We live in Texas.
Okay. Yeah, you had to stop somewhere.
Recording, go ahead.
Okay. So my name is Amanda Carreiro. I go by Mandy, which is part of my story. Growing up, I was able and blessed to be raised in a Baptist church and was able to learn how to love God. In middle school and high school, I also had a very big passion for finding out why I believed what I was supposed to believe. I had a lot of friends that were Methodist or Presbyterian or Episcopalian, and so I wanted to figure out why these different denominations had so much conflict when we were supposedly all trying to reach the same goal. And so that created a journey for me and a walk for me to kind of realize why I believe, and figure out what is the biblical stance on things and what is the reason behind this doctrine that my church has established in me my whole life. When I was 8 years old, my grandmother died in a car accident. I've never seen the pictures from the accident. My mother always said that it looked like a paper ball got crumbled and was sitting on the back of the truck. It impacted me enough that I didn't know what to do. I remember my mother mourning her mother and not knowing what had happened. And I had this realization that night that she was in heaven and I wasn't going to heaven, and I wanted to see my granny again. And so I kind of made that decision that I wanted to see my granny again. So I knew the prayers I needed to say. I knew what I needed to do. So I went through these motions. I approached my pastor. I asked for him to baptize me, to join my church, because I knew that was the next step after being saved. And I did all of these things. And I didn't realize until about 3 years later, at 11 years old, while I was at Bog Springs Baptist Church Camp, that being saved is not just about knowing where you're going. It's about a relationship with Christ. It's about accepting that you are imperfect and that you cannot do it all on your own, and that you need God there to make up for it. And so I was able to ask God into my life in cabin 5B, and my life has been so blessed since then. I struggled for a little bit with whether or not I should be baptized again. If I had been baptized and I was a member of my church, why should I need to do that again? And it took me 3 more years to realize that I felt like I needed to join my church as a saved person rather than what I had gone through the motions at 8 years old. So my freshman year of high school, the first weekend of school, I was able to have a lot of my friends and get to witness to them by showing them what I had chosen to do. And so I got to have several of my friends come and witness me being baptized and joining my church again. And so it's an interesting thing, but as I went through high school and kind of learned as to why I believe what I believe, that turned into college and working with our college ministry even more as a participant, not just a high schooler, that I got to learn how to be a student leader. I got to go to the Arkansas Student Leadership Forum and the National Forum that corresponds with that, and get to witness and talk with people that are looking at Jesus in a clinical sense, looking at him as what he does as a leader, not as the savior. And so being able to compare those two things and then taking it and applying it and say, he couldn't have been this great of a leader if he wasn't who he was. And so through that, I've kind of formed my life and what I do, everything that I do, whether it's my job or my social actions, is to encourage and impact people to be impactful, to make that line keep going, and try to make everyone really find God in everything and find how little things connect together to make that bigger picture.